I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stopped to see a weeping willow riding on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking after midnight, searching for me. I stopped to see a weeping willow lying on his pillow. Maybe he's crying for me.
Give me everything you got.
And as the skies turn
Don't walk
gloomy,
away.
night
Alright?
winds whisper to me,
Come on.
I'm lonesome as
Come on.
I can be.
Yeah?
I go
Ring
out
two.
walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere walking
What the fuck, man?
after
Do it.
midnight,
Fucking crazy.
searching for me.
I mean, I drop this phone all the time, and the one time I drop it a couple feet to the grass, it finally breaks.
Why don't you replace it?
Are you kidding me? I've had this one for 3 years. If I get a new one after 6 months, it'll break, so I might as well just keep this one.
I mean, it's broken, man, so why not fix it?
But if it still works, there's no need to mess with it.
It's too crazy, dude.
You keep shooting glances of me sipping on this, you're gonna drive yourself crazy.
I don't know why it would still look so good after all this time. Why I'd still want to take a sip.
Is it worth your wife killing you for it?
And it's been 7 years since I had anything to drink. For all that time away, me spending every weekend, every paycheck, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh man, Diana gets really upset whenever she finds out how much I waste on this stuff. Karina's doing you a favor.
Well, if she's doing me a favor, I don't see it. I don't see any problem with stepping away and having a few drinks with friends every once in a while. She just doesn't get that way. I've been in AA for 6 out of the 7 years that we've been married, and I hate it. I hate spending every night at that stupid church.
Have faith that through trials and tests, the other person will still be there for you. That was one of the last conversations that Darren and I had. Diana. He loved you more than anything in this world. He loved everyone who came into his life. He was lucky enough to. That's why for the past 9 years, I called Dale my best friend. He stuck to his path. He wanted you to stick to yours. Dale, you didn't deserve this. You deserve to outlive all of us. I love you, buddy.
That was a beautiful thing that Dale said to you. What do you think made him say that?
I don't remember. But it was beautiful.
How are you holding up?
It was just sunny. It was, it's here one day and then it's just gone the next.
Life is a series of tests. We'll figure out why this happened soon enough. At least we still have each other.
And that's what's most important. I love you.
You've all shown tremendous courage by showing up tonight. You follow the path that will lead to the reconstruction of your life, the reconnection with your loved ones, and the reestablishment of your faith in God. Would anyone volunteer to go first?
And that's when John gave me the ultimatum. Him or alcohol. And of course I would choose John over anything. But it just wasn't good enough for him, and he left. He's gone, and I'm here because I want him back, and I don't know what else to do. I just really
Faith
want John back.
is one of the most powerful forces you can have. Believe both in John and in God, and you can be cured. Your marriage can be saved. Brian, I know you've been troubled lately.
The last time I was here, my friend Dale was still alive. Things just made more sense then. He was the better man than me.
Dale was proud of you.
Yeah, he would have. Until last night.
Why is that? Brian?
On my way home, I saw the shop that me and Dale used to go into on the weekends. It just sort of started as a trip down memory lane. Ended up being kind of like deja vu. On the way out, I realized that I bought a bottle.
A bottle of what?
Black Sun Scotch. It was the brand that Dale and I used to drink. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't. The next thing I know, all those years were down the drain. And it tasted amazing. And that's the worst part.
And you finished the bottle?
No, of course not. The rest of it's in my backseat.
Will it stay there?
Probably. That's kind of me.
Brian, we all make mistakes. The relapse doesn't need to fuel the continuation of old habits. The devil loves to try to take advantage of a man's weakness. Temptation is the devil's calling card. But we must think of Peter on the water. As waves hit the boat, Jesus appeared before his disciples. He reached out to his disciples and instructed them not to fear the storm and entrust in him. Peter asked if he could run to the Lord. As he began to walk, he began to sink. Peter called out, "Lord, help me." Jesus extended his hand. Peter survived through his faith in the Lord. Peter kept his faith, and that's what allowed him to live. We all struggle with this. We must simply hope that we can keep our faith and it does not shrivel in times of temptation. Let us pray.
No, sir, you will not be given a chance to have any more of that.
I wasn't gonna have any more of it.
Now that's guaranteed.
You're overreacting to this whole thing.
We've been together for 8 years. 7 of those you've spent sober, just like you promised on our wedding day. Brian, I love you, but I told you I'm not okay with you drinking. There's no reason for you to start now. There's no reason for you to give in. Brian,
Yep, you're right. Because we have a perfect fucking marriage, and we live in a perfect fucking world, and everything is hunky fucking dory. You know what it is? I think you just don't trust me with this shit. I was upset about Dale, and I indulged one time. It's not a big deal. It's okay. It's done. Get over it.
then why'd you keep the bottle?
What was I supposed to do? Just throw it away?
Yes, you had other options besides just keeping it.
You just don't get it. I mess up one time in 7 years, and this is how you treat me? Does that seem fair to you? Because it's bullshit to me. I changed my whole life for you. All those times my friends were out celebrating and drinking, I was here with you. And I missed out on all of that. And now, you have the fucking audacity to get pissed at me because of one fucking relapse. You know, if I could talk to myself 10 years ago, he would wonder why I changed. Why I sold myself out for a pretty face. He would wonder why I chose this life. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder that myself.
We have a great life. That should be a reason to be happy with where we are now. The first party that we went to, you said that you'd have a few drinks and then drive us home early. I was easy and you knew I didn't live that lifestyle. You were drunk in an hour and I drove us home 5 hours later. I told you that that's not the man that I wanted to be with. And you agreed to change for me. What's different now? There shouldn't be a difference now. Think of all the great things that we've done together, all the time that we've spent together. What Dale told you about us. Do you think that he'd be okay with the way you're acting now? Do you think that he'd be okay with you giving in?
Yes.
Brian! Brian!
sister and my family enough harm.
Things that are said in the dark should be kept in the dark. For some things are just not meant for the light. But those who think they know the light, I think that everything should be here. Those people are wrong. They are full of shit. I was wrong about a lot of things. I don't need you. You make me worse. I was wrong, Curry. I was wrong.
I was wrong, Karina. I was wrong.